feel of him as a bass player, like the human playing the instrument. It's an important facet of why these songs sound the way they do. Welcome back to Low End University. Today I'm finally getting back to more Alkaline Trio, and we're going all the way back to their debut album, Goddamnit, which was released in 1998. So why would you name an album Goddamnit? Well, back when Matt Skiba was a bike messenger, his alarm clock went off at 6 o'clock every morning, and the first thing out of his mouth was, God damn it. But I've heard that Dan Andriano's bass line for Clavicle is one worth paying attention to. Let's check it out. Off we go. I've really enjoyed what I've heard from Alkaline Trio. Again, it's only been a few songs, and they've been spread out over like a long period of time. I heard Mr. Chainsaw pretty early on, and then a while went by, and then I think it was Jaked on Green Beers or something on a Patreon mixtape. But what I'm hearing now, I think I like more than what I previously heard. Debut album, you just never know like how a band's sound might change or how it used to be. Not saying it's all that different, but I love the bass production here. It's punchy, it's so up front. This little ballady dynamic section is awesome already, just a few seconds into it. But the approach he's taking early on in this song is almost like the guitars are on one or two chords, and whatever notes are in those chords is the bass line, but he's moving it around constantly. It kind of was ascending up and down in like an arpeggio type of format. And then that backup vocal came in, and it was almost doing what the bass line was doing. It was finding notes in the chord and just kind of accenting them. So you had the guitar and the main vocal here, and then the bass and the secondary vocal are just kind of soaring behind it. I want to start it over just to get an idea of what's happening a bit more. Okay, even there, listen to that note that's moving in the guitar part. That's kind of what the bass line was doing, so it's a bit of foreshadowing there. That kind of thing. There's the bass doing it now. A, hear an A. So yeah, A major, major pentatonic, 1, 2, 3, 5. So we talk about minor pentatonic a lot, right? It's the blues sound. But there's a major pentatonic technically as well. And it kind of outlines like a walking bass line in a way. So it's kind of that sound, but he's sliding it around, I think, on one or two strings. So doing one string or maybe two strings versus doing it all in one position kind of gives it more of a vocal characteristic, sliding in and out of the notes. And it's ferocious. It's loud. It's really pumping the song forward. It's that backup vocal there. Whoa, that kind of thing. That's almost exactly what the bass line's doing. So his kind of has an A, B, A, C kind of structure. If I'm talking about the bass line, I kind of hear, now that I'm hearing it more. So there's some variation there. And listen to the lead vocal here. Very few notes. It's kind of just staying static on one pitch. This kind of thing, that allows that backup vocal and that bass line to have a chance to do something more with more notes melodically, right? Okay. I wanna wake up naked next to got to be a jazz bass tone there. It's just that chainsaw kind of top end. So if I take my P pickup off just a hair, since I've got PJ here on the bomber bass, maybe I can thin it out a bit, make it a bit more nasally. Not that much. It's tough to kind of get that exact jazz bass sound. It's got the character there with all pickups on, but just a touch maybe. Maybe something like that, and maybe I'll come over here and pull the treble back, but maybe push up the mids and take some bass out. You want to lean into that. So even then, I'm trying to get that. Maybe there, I'll roll with that. These are subtle changes. I'm being super picky here. But anytime I can hear the bass solo really by itself, it's kind of a dead giveaway. What's that fret buzz there? Soft, dynamic section, but he's still kind of digging in. They left that stuff in there, that rattle, the bass strings kind of rattling. So instead of having like a gritty tone during a soft section, this is like the feel of him as a bass player, like the human playing the instrument. You feel that intensity still kind of pumping through, which just tells you the song's going to pick right back up, especially when he goes, starts subdividing more. Next to you, kissing the curve in your clavicle. Building back up. Whoa! That was like a total washout there. Cymbal crazy. Woo. Okay, see, even here on these eighth notes, B, it's still ferocious. Like you can hear the subdivision. And you know what's funny? I hear songs with good mixes and you just lose that separation. And I've heard so many songs that the bass is really loud, the bass isn't loud enough. And I'm just always going to favor these ones where even when the bass is meant to be more of a background line here, you still feel the energy it's contributing through and through. Right here, he's just writing eighth notes on one note, hugging the roots. Hasn't really done that yet in this song, but you don't lose the character of this. You still kind of feel that, even here. So if it's the player, if it's the gear, if it's the production, if it's all three, it's an important facet of why these songs sound the way they do. See, the guitar's not hogging up all the sonic space here. You still feel the bass, but they're still blended well, right? Chords. I feel like here, he's still taking the same mode of settling down a bit. We've had a lot of melody going on, but every now and then, and this part is tucked a bit back in the mix more, I kind of hear. So it might be doing this full 3-string A fifth. I kind of hear that coming in every now and then. Right here. That's so dense. You got, again, I think a 3-string bass chord happening. And if you listen, there's another like guitar lead in there back there going. Just a line happening under it. It's very dense here. Cool. Okay, this is just like the part from earlier in the song. Listen here how the notes are just whole notes. Boom. Just one pluck, right? Same thing here. Total different energy now that he's keeping the subdivision going. Now it's really powerful. I skipped too far ahead, didn't I? I did. Okay, so it comes back a third time. I spoiled it. You can hear that little back there on the snare. Man, it's just cool. This is simple stuff. I'm not talking about anything completely groundbreaking, but when it's done right, it feels groundbreaking in a song sometimes. It just works. And then this section comes in again, just like a total gurgle. There's some kind of dissension there, a little bit of that chromaticism in the passing tones. Okay, I spoiled this for myself. Ooh, that's a loud plane. Guess they're right over my house today. Okay, go back a second. Okay. No subdivision now, signaling finality, right? Clavicle. Yeah, why not subdivide there? The end of the song, we're going to bring it back down. Sorry, one more flew by, but that's the end. Big A. Now, while I haven't heard many, this might be the third or fourth. This is definitely my favorite Alkaline Trio song so far. I really enjoyed the bass approach here. It never sat still, but it never felt like it was really on its own wavelength. Of course, I love those lines too, but there's so many different variations of doing that well. Being spastic and supporting the chord progressions and like everything you're playing has a reason because of something else happening. In this case, it was that little guitar lead that started the song and maybe even kept going under it at times, but then you had the backup vocal kind of picking those same notes. So when you hear the bass do it, it just feels very natural. I love the way he approached some of the softer sections to not lose the energy, to kind of foreshadow it's going to pick back up, whether he picked hard or subdivided. And just all in all, it was like a very catchy hook in the bass department, going up in that kind of major pentatonic thing. Dan Andriano, I know I need to hear more Alkaline Trio. Maybe we'll hear this whole album on Patreon. So come hang out there. That's the best way to support the channel. We do full albums every month. I have bass lessons, music theory lessons. I'm definitely putting this album on a full album poll very, very soon. If subscribing monthly to Patreon isn't your jam, well, we have a merch store now. It's another great way to support the channel. Get yourself a shirt, a hat, drink some coffee out of one of our mugs. This is a new thing I'm very excited to launch. Go get you some swag. And the absolute free option is just to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Those things are very, very helpful. Do that right here. I love you all. See you in the next one.